Them.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 chief rocker in Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast.
Knicks love.
What's good? Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Let's go, party people. Let's crank off the mothership. Let's go. I'm your main man, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Coach and the people's champ, King and G.
The champ is here.
Yeah,
hit that
man.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
hit them
man.
likes.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We're gonna have a conversation tonight about surrender or retreat. Coach is gonna set it off for us, but before we do that, let's do our chant. Blue tears, orange tears, Blorange Tears. Bim. Let's go, Coach. We've been talking a little bit backstage about a certain topic, and I know you wanna get a feel for what the people are saying, right? So everybody pay attention to Coach. Coach got a question. He got a topic that he want to pose to you, and he want to get your opinions on it. I'm gonna throw a poll in the chat because you guys have a voice, and that voice deserves to be heard, and we're gonna listen to you guys tonight. Coach, whenever you're ready.
All right, party people, listen up. We've come to a crossroads of our Knick fandom. Do we wave the white flag, or do we have some optimism? We run with what we got, and we go all in for the play-in. Okay? Which one is it, folks? Okay, we have a decision we got to make now. Does Tibbs love the kids like Trick loves the kids? Or is he going to mess around and play Fournier and Rose and Randall and try to squeeze every bit of life out of them to try to get some dubs and then to sacrifice the young guys again? Or do we trade Fournier and Rose, since they're blocking up playing time, for Grimes and IQ and for Cam Reddish? Do we keep Randall around still because it's just him and Obi at the 4 right now? Maybe lower Randall's minutes. Do we do that? Maybe he starts playing good with the Brunson and Hartenstein project. Maybe RJ steps up. He gets a little worth going into the All-Star break. Then maybe we trade him then. Or if we're competitive, maybe we keep him. Who knows? Or do we get rid of all 3 of them dudes? See what we can get. Get a couple good defensive guys, some good, solid, young, up-and-coming guys to add to our pool of maybe hitting that scratch off, with one of them.
Lottery.
Yeah. So I put that out there for y'all. Go ahead and respond in the chat what you think we should do. Freezy will put up a poll kind of covering that. And I'd love to hear you, King Ant, be the first VIP to speak out on the subject of your opinion on the matter.
Yeah, man, listen.
I know there's a lot of scenarios I just painted there, but
yeah,
I have a feeling I know what you want to do.
I think there's only one way forward. There's things we could do, but it's not gonna push us to where we want to be. It's just saying that sometimes you got to take a few steps back in order to propel yourself forward. This experiment is capped. It's a hard cap on it. When we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, fate decided our course. Fate decided, the way we should go because Leon wasn't decisive enough to do it himself. I think not getting Donovan Mitchell is very clear what needs to be done. I think Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier need to be traded. I don't care if it's for draft capital. And I believe that Tom Thibodeau needs to be relieved of his duties, effective immediately. And I say this not because I think Tom Thibodeau is a bad coach. I don't believe he's a bad coach. I don't believe Julius Randle is a cancer or a bad basketball player. I don't believe that Evan Fournier or Derrick Rose aren't beneficial to winning basketball. But we just seen the way the rest of the league views our talent. And the truth and the reality is that they're not impressed with what we have to offer. And we have to, as a franchise, finally find out what we have. You can't kick this can down the road any longer. You can't fake compete, right? You can't play for the play-in just to get swept in the first round. Like, there's only one way forward that is a win-win situation, and that's play the young guys. That's team over to R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson. Two things are going to happen if we do this, right? Grimes, Cam, RJ, Quick, Obi, one or two of those guys turns into a star, right? We shock the league, we compete for a play-in, and our value of our players goes up, right? We now have a real core that we know what they can do, and the future looks brighter. Or we see that, okay, Danny Ainge was right. These guys aren't who we think they are. We suck next season, and we get a top 6 pick in an amazing, deep, historic draft where we have 2 first-round picks, right? It's a win-win situation. Why? Because that is the only course of action that brings clarity. The reason why we as Knicks fans are so divided and so angry is because there's no clarity. There's no facts. It's all hypotheticals. It's nothing we can agree on because none of us really know, right? And in order for us to finally have some clarity and move as a functional franchise going forward, you have to throw these babies in the water and see if they could swim. Either they drown or they swim. But next season needs to be the end of this. Maybe maybe RJ could be a star. Maybe he can't. Maybe Quickly's a point guard. Maybe he's not. Maybe Cam's. It has to be the end. Next year has to be the end. We're at a crossroads, like Coach so eloquently said. And if we keep Julius Randle, Fournier, Rose, we are just committing ourselves to redundancy. We're committing ourselves to mediocrity, right? And we are also committing ourselves to a future of losing basketball. Next year is we got to take off our training wheels, stop protecting these kids, and really see what they have. We didn't get
So,
Donovan Mitchell. We're not in the SGA. There's no star that's coming here to save us. We have enough evidence to see this. Play these guys, see what they are, and then move accordingly. That's King
so
Andy's
yeah,
solution.
man. That you said a lot there, and it made a lot of sense. So with that, would you say that the time is now to stop playing it safe, doing the safe move, or the move that it's time to make a bold move, some bold moves here, moves that we haven't gone all in to make yet? So that's what you're saying?
Yeah, it's time to commit.
Yeah.
Because,
Like
because
this whole half in, half out business that we've been playing for too long.
right, because even the RJ extension in the mix and in the Mitchell Robinson extension, it seems like half cheap commitment. It doesn't seem real. Right, with the information that came out, it seems like they were the constellation. It's not really something the Knicks wanted to do. Right? A report came out today that it said RJ's not their guy. Like, what does that mean? They didn't draft him, but he's been a part of your franchise and you've been there for 2 years, 3 years. Right? So you have to commit to something. Whether it fails, whether it succeeds, you have to commit. And sometimes commitment is the scariest thing to do. Right? But you have to commit. And we know that committing to Julius Randle in this iteration, not saying he's a bad basketball player, but committing to this iteration, having this much money tied in to this team, it's just not going to get it done. It's not going to get done. We are, at best, the 10th best team in the Eastern Conference. And if that's what we're fighting for, then man, I don't know how this ends. I don't know
So with that being said, and you said our need for a superstar or a star. If you were this said star, superstar, and you're watching the Knicks right now, what moves do the Knicks make, or what path do the Knicks take that shows this said star or superstar? You know what? The Knicks are making the right choice here. It looks like they're doing something different now. I might give this a chance.
It's the same move that draws superstars to every team. You want to know what this is, Coach? A star has to already be there. And that's what the Knicks, that's the step that the Knicks skipping, right? And I'm guilty of it. We go all in trying to acquire our first star, right? But let's look at the trend.
How about we develop a star? Is that what you're saying?
Right, because I forget the reporter that put it out there, but he wrote it really eloquently, where it stated basically that it's hard to win a championship in the league unless you draft your first star. It's really hard to build a team where you have to trade for your first star, because you have to gut so much of your team that it becomes hard to then build around it. And it's the same mistake that we made with Melo, the same mistake that Leon wanted to make with Donovan Mitchell, was that we didn't have a star here first. And whatever direction we have to go to accomplish that is the direction we need to go. If it's RJ Barrett or if it's not RJ Barrett, we need to know that next season. We need to know that.
Right. Well, do you think that it can be that star that we might already have, might be on this roster, like the possibility of about three guys or so, that one of them could turn into that guy? And when I say those, I'm assuming Jalen, Brunson, like the three people we have on our roster right now. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like to hear some of the names, but the three people who are the quote unquote star quality, or they're on the cusp, but one of them's been a star already, all-star already, is Brunson, RJ, and Randall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So could one of those guys be the first? Like, could Randall finally just having Brunson turn the corner and be playoff year Randall and be an off the ball guy like our dream for him? You know,
It's possible. I don't think it's probable.
right?
I wouldn't be the one to say, oh, no way, because that's being facetious, right? It's not. That's not being honest. It's possible. But do I think that Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson will be the type of franchise star that a guy looks at and say, if I add myself with him, I can win a championship? No. Do I think RJ can become that? Is we don't know. And that's the
Right.
problem, Coach Freeze. That's the problem. The fact that it's year 4 and we still do not know is an issue for a number 3 overall pick. I'm not even saying it's all RJ Barrett's fault, but it is an issue. When you draft a guy number 3 and you still don't know whether he's a face of your franchise, you still don't know whether you want to build around him. You have wasted 3 years and you still have no answers. That has to.
But the thing, my only, and this is partly my my affinity to give RJ somewhat of an excuse, I guess. I hate to use the word as excuse, but have we really set up this team for RJ to succeed yet? Since he's been there, to really see what he can do. I don't think we put him in the position to do that, unfortunately. So that's why we need this year. This is the first preseason that I mean, besides the Kemba when we got Kemba, I didn't know he was that broken. I was hoping he wasn't that broken, but then all of a sudden he played a couple games. I'm like, uh-oh, So, but this is the first time. Now, at this point, from here forward, there's no more excuses for either of them guys.
And I was so glad you said that word excuses, coach. Because taking away Julius Randle takes away all these kids' excuses. Right? So I want to remove Julius Randle from this team, not because of something Julius Randle did wrong. But right now, he's their cushion. You can blame everything on Randle. You can blame everything on Tibbs. Take away the excuses. Give them a young coach. Take away Julius Randle. You gave them a point guard. Right? And let's see. The reason and some of the answers may be uncomfortable. It may be things we don't like, but we it's time to find out. It's time to find out. And as long as Julius Randle and Tom Thibodeau are here and Evan Fournier, those kids are never going to be critiqued critically the way they need to be. And we're never going to be able to really see them for what they are. We got to take off the blinders, take off the goggles, and like really look at this team for what it is and these players for what they are. And we need concrete answers. Concrete. And if that means that we got to rebuild and blow it all up after next season, that's what that means. But we need to know. I'm tired of this middling, who's the next star, or now SGA, or what about Devin Booker? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
We keep looking for someone to save our behind. Someone could swoop in with the S on their chest and save the day.
It's not happening.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
another major question that needs to be resolved is the Knicks front office clearly chose Quentin Grimes over RJ Barrett this summer. In my opinion, RJ got the extension, but every other move pointed to, we like Grimes more. That needs to be answered.
I don't know if I saw that. I mean, there's just too much meddling between social media and sources say, and I know a guy, and this guy says this guy, and this guy. I'm not a big fan of that. I'll know that for sure when the games start. I can't go all in and stand by that comment. And I'm not knocking you for having the comment. I mean, I could see why you're saying that and the reasons you would say that. But for me personally, I got to see what comes to fruition with that.
I just know for me, too many guys from too many from too many different vantage points, too many different things to gain and lose from both sides have all come into unison on one thing. Leon Rose was willing to trade RJ Barrett and not willing to trade Quentin Grimes. Right? Ian Begley, Tim Jones, Woj, Shams, they all are in agreement with that one statement. RJ Barrett was on the table.
You mean Tony Jones?
Yeah, Tony Jones, sorry. RJ Barrett was on the table. Quentin Grimes was untouchable. Right? So you can't do that, in my opinion, and then go into next season and have a starting lineup where Quentin Grimes is coming off the bench. No. We need to see what you see. Throw Quentin Grimes into the fire if you believe in him that much. It's points a game. It can't be that.
He's going to have that opportunity because, I mean, technically, unless you put RJ down at the 2 now, he's going to get his opportunity. Whether RJ's here, he's going to get his opportunity still.
Who does Tibbs feature? If Julius Randle and Evan Fournier are gone, do you think RJ becomes the number 1 option?
Of course, yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah, but I mean, the way they treated Quentin Grimes this summer, like
if you think management wants to go all in on a guy that averaged 6 points a game, I know he didn't play that many minutes, but come on, man. I mean, if that's what you think their mindset is, then our front office is more broken than I thought.
And that's what's scary to me, Coach. That I don't know what they've seen to go all in on a guy like that.
Because
that was more concerning to me than not getting Donovan Mitchell. What was concerning to me was the reason or the reasoning behind what they offered, and like that is more concerning to me than not getting Donovan Mitchell. Like I can get over that. The asking price was too high anyway once everything came out, right? But why did you offer who you offered, and why did you not offer who you didn't offer? To me, I gotta see it, and I want to see it. I'm excited to see it. I want to see Quentin Grimes play 30 minutes, 32, 34 minutes a night. I want to see RJ play 35, 36 minutes a night. I want to see Cam on the court for 25 minutes a night. I want to see Obi playing 30 minutes a night. I want to see this. To me, that's a lot more exciting than trying out Randall, Fournier, and Rose and just doing the same thing we did last year, plus Jalen Brunson. And what does that get us? 42, 41, 40 wins? Maybe a 14 pick. I'm not excited. And then we get the 10th seed, which is not really a good seed because you got to win 2 games to get into the play.
Right.
I mean,
that isn't. I don't think that's something you can go all in for. I think you have to.
Yeah.
I think we have to establish a homegrown star. I don't think Jalen Brunson is going to be that kind of star, right? I think you have to develop a homegrown star, and that's our only way out of this.
I mean, and my only like pushback on you with the Jalen Brunson thing is I can't. I'm okay with you making them statements about RJ and Randall and all them guys because you've seen what they've done more closely. Okay, we haven't seen what Brunson does yet with his new opportunities and new roles. So I can't automatically dismiss him. No, he has no chance to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's shown where he had to be leaned on for big moments that he can score a lot. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to be successful if Jalen Brunson's a 25-point-a-game scorer. You know, I'm not saying that.
But then, Coach, here's the issue because what did our front office say? See, our front office talks when they shouldn't talk, and they don't talk when they should. What did our front office say when we bring in Jalen Brunson? We don't think he's the savior. That came out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Well,
what am I to believe?
No one player ever is the savior anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're looking. That's the problem with Knicks fans. You know, like we look into words too dang much and form conspiracy theories around like a sentence. Like sometimes they don't mean all that. Like when they say like Jalen Brunson when he said he wanted to be an all-star, and all the Knicks fans like, oh, he's a selfish, he don't care about the team and blah blah blah. You know, like they look into stuff too much. Like the Knicks said he's not the savior. That means they're looking to probably make other moves. That's gonna help the situation. That's why they're saying he is not just a lone savior.
He's just a part, just a piece of the puzzle.
Right. Maybe they worded it wrong. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But
and Almighty Finesse, shout out to him. He said King and G get over it. The Knicks are gonna trade RJ. But that's my point. If you're gonna trade him, trade him. If you don't believe in him, trade him.
What up, Rob?
I'm gonna be a Knicks fan regardless. I root for the front of the jersey. If you're gonna trade, if you don't believe in RJ Barrett, if you're gonna trade RJ Barrett, trade him. But I just want to have clarity. I want clarity. That's all I ask for. Whatever you do, I'm going for it. Just pick the direction.
All right, here we go. Hey, somebody's coming for you.
Hey, look.
Champ, you know you can keep a champ. Hey, OG, you gotta say hello to everybody.
You know I'm coming in. I'm coming in off the gate. I'm coming over the gate with hello to the panel. Hello. Hey, but look.
Yo.
What's good in the neighborhood? You want to go first? I can wait.
Hey, man. Salute everybody, man. Salute Uncle Freezy, man. Salute Coach. Salute.
Salute I got the runner.
I got him! Hey, man, I'm confused. This blasphemy you saying RJ. I thought you wanted RJ, Tip.
But look, can I say one thing to you before you even get started?
Oh, go ahead, my G.
And I'm right at you on this one right here. This is directly to you. All right.
They call me shots.
I'm ready. All right. Now I ain't even playing with you right now. Because I know you got good facts, but you got to start off. You cannot start anything that you do with a stat that the whole panel got to say you didn't say that. And then you say that you did. But when 5 people or more say you said that, live with that.
OG, what you talking about? OG, what you talking about, OG?
We are not lying to you.
You ain't even, my man ain't even said that yet.
What are you referring to?
I'm referring about past podcasts because it's 3-4 times and then he gets off of it. I love Young Bro. Young Bro is tight. But look, you cannot start off nothing wrong.
OG, we gotta stay on topic though. We staying on topic.
All right, look.
Respect.
He's coming in, right? So we are on topic. I didn't even pick a topic. But
because we're not picking topics. We got one topic. We're staying on this topic.
All right, go ahead.
All right, and so first, Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Donovan is a last pieces trade, not a first move piece. So he's saying Donovan Mitchell is a finishing piece. Okay, I'm with you. We understand where you're coming from. We get that part. I think where we at now is not that though. I think the topic that the coach laid out is pick a direction and go. That's what coach is saying. Pick a direction and go. You can't say it's not hokey pokey. You can't put your left foot in and take your left foot out. No, it can't be none of that. You got to pick a direction and go. Yeah, either you're going to play these vets and try to make a playoff push, or you're going to play these kids, right? But it can't be either way.
That's where you wrong.
Freeze didn't give.
He was given two subjects. Though. There's a third one that he didn't say.
Yeah, no, I don't think Freeze gave his opinion yet.
No, I wasn't.
It doesn't
have an opinion.
even. Hey, look,
you know why? I don't have an opinion on it.
Freezy is wrong from day one.
OG, you gotta stay on the thing with us, man. Don't drive the viewers away, bro.
I'm not.
How am I wrong? And I ain't even said an opinion.
He didn't even give his opinion on it.
Freezy been wrong from day one.
So I ain't saying an opinion on it though.
Hey, you were born wrong, Freezy. What's going on with that?
Freezy been wrong. Hey, look. When you're blaming anything about the New York Knicks past 2 years, you're wrong because you're blaming another regime on what's going on right now. Just Leon Rose on what Leon Rose is doing. You can't blame Mills and the players that you like on what's going on right now.
We're not talking about Steve Mills, though. We're talking about Leon
Rose. But look, when people start talking about the Knicks, the first thing they do is this here. They go past, you can't even go past 2 years when you're talking about the Knicks. And if you do, you're wrong. Because everybody that was in charge 15 years ago is not in charge now.
But
so
I'm interested in what Shotgun was going.
People take they hurt and they blame it on the Donovan trade. But they've been old heads on the New York Knicks 30 years ago. So anything that happened, they're going to blame on everything. That's the old heads. And look, I'm an old head. But guess what? I'm an old head that don't do that. If you're not judging the Knicks by Leon Rose when he first stepped in the building, you're wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, the people's champ, like the black runner. Yeah. What's up, my boy? But ain't nobody running from nothing. But I'm just saying, man, the blasphemy that you saying, your $120 man should at least get us like at least an 8 seed, right? No. You sound like you're panicking over there.
No, but Shy, so hear me out. I'm not saying
I don't hear you.
I'm not saying I don't.
We got RJ.
Hold on.
We got him.
Hold on, Rob. You cooked already. Let someone else cook for a second.
I'm not saying I don't believe in RJ. I'm saying I don't think the front office does. Right? And the truth of the matter is we all have our opinions, but none of us have any real power. And I'm talking to the people in power. And I'm saying I need you to make a decision. Regardless of what I believe, regardless of what Shotgunner believes, regardless of what Freeze believes, I need Leon Rose to make a decision. Right? I'm gonna ride with the Knicks regardless of the decision he makes. But I'm tired of the flip-flop, the in-between. Right? It's not about whether I believe in RJ Barrett. I don't get paid millions of dollars to make a decision.
No in-between.
Right. Leon Rose is the one that's flip-flopping. He doesn't know what he wants to do. And he has to make a decision.
No.
You can't.
I think they made their decision. They made their decision for this year already. And let me tell you why. Look. We paid Jalen Brunson $100 million. Okay. We just paid RJ Barrett $100 million. We paid Mitchell Robinson what we paid for, for what is fair value.
Mm-hmm.
We also were paying Randall. He's still under contract. Okay. And we brought in Hartenstein, who he's getting paid. He's getting paid as a top 30. I'm not done. Hey, OG, hold on, bro. I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
Hartenstein's being paid not like a full-time backup center gets paid. Okay?
Right.
So I think the decision they made. They're going to run with what they got right now. And not that I agree with that or think that's the best move. They're going to run with what they got right now. If they can get something, if this whole Cam trade or Fournier or Randall stuff, they'll probably listen to the stuff, see how good it is, but they're gonna ride with it. They've made their bet already. So at this point, it's too late to whip something up.
That's my point, Coach. I think the decision you're talking about they made is a non-decision, right? Sticking with what you got is not a decision to me, because this team is like
But it's a decision they made. So, but we can't knock the decision because we haven't seen if it's worked or yet not. So we can't that's what the Knicks do. We pile on a decision someone makes before it even happens.
No, but
if 3 weeks into the season we're 4-18. Let's get on there, but you know what I'm saying? I agree. But we're piling on before we know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm not trying to even cut you off, Angie, but it's just we not y'all been realistic. Y'all said it, so that's what I don't even get by even sample size in the offseason move. If it's going to lead us to a play-in team, is that exciting? That's all. That's just my question. Right. That's not exciting. And so all the offseason moves from extending RJ, from signing Brunson, is terrible moves for us to just lead into the play-in.
But that's not it though. They moved Kemba Walker out of the way so quickly can get more minutes.
Right.
Don't just think it's just isolation. It's mutually exclusive to one. They move Alec Burks. That means Cam Reddish gets more minutes. There's a lot of moves that are made that are under the radar. They moved Nerlens Noel so that Isaiah Hartenstein can play in that backup center role. Right. So there are a lot of moves that were made. And now when it comes time, you can't hide Emmanuel Quickly no more. Right? Emmanuel Quickly can't be because Quickly's getting Kimba's gone. Kimba's gone, Burks is gone. Right? Jalen Brunson is going to get point guard minutes, but Jalen Brunson's not going to play 50. What's the total of minutes between them two? 54? He's not going to play 54 minutes a game, bro. He probably going to play about 32 minutes a game. So that means Quickly gets more minutes. That means Cam's get more minutes.
And the thing is, it comes to this, though. Look, what we need to look at, yes, the play-in isn't going to be this woohoo moment it's great. But you know what? There's two ways getting into the play-in, depending on how we get in the play-in. If we get into the play-in and a lot of our young players are ascending, RJ is turning into who we hope he turned into. Everyone's more efficient. Brunson's doing his thing, right? And the dial is slowly going like this, and it's something to keep building on. Then being just a play-in team with 42 wins is a positive.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But with this whole jagged mess and none of
positive.
Yeah, I don't think that's a positive, coach.
Then you guys are totally different human beings as far as
not really, Coach.
Success than I am, because
I think that's the ceiling for that group. I think that's the ceiling for that group, and you can't invest into.
So you don't think any of them guys are going to get better next year? Then after that,
no.
So that's the best they're going to be.
We're agreeing.
That's what a ceiling is. That's the best all these players are going to be.
We're agreeing outside of Julius Randle. There's no way you keep Obi Toppin as a 15 to 20 minute per game player. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It does when he's not good enough to get 30, 40 minutes a game.
We don't even know, is my point. Choosing the direction you're talking about would have been trading Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, the necessary first round picks for Donovan Mitchell. That would have been choosing this team. When you decided not to do that, right? And I'm not saying they're wrong for deciding that. But when you decided not to do that, you can't then turn around and tell me that you're going to keep Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and Julius Randle on this.
No, that's not what I just said. You didn't listen to what I just said. I said making the play-in using the young guys.
Yeah, but you can't.
But see, I'm not. You're lumping it. I'm not lumping in Randall with Fournier and Rose. I think that they're separate issues. Okay. I think Fournier and Rose are blocking the development of more players than Randall is.
Randall's blocking the accountability.
No, nobody's blocking it. Our coach, Tibbs is blocking it because of his rotations.
Tibbs, no, it's not about Tibbs' rotation.
It is Tibbs. Tibbs.
No, Tibbs is not a good evaluation of talent. That's Tibbs' problem. If you give Tibbs the players to play he's going to play. But at 65 years old, he doesn't have the cachet of what we're talking about right now, that he's in control, because he is not in control of the Knicks organization. And he showed that at the end when he had to say, you think that Tibbs had to say that by himself when he said, maybe I shouldn't have? Tibbs is not that great of a coach when you look at his playoff record. His playoff record speaks different than. That's why you don't win championships.
That's kind of a lie, because like he's a champion. He got a ring with Boston, and Derrick Rose got an MVP under his name.
Look.
Hold on. I ain't done talking, OG. Hold on. No.
Management got a ring.
So hold on. So Paris, wait a minute. So Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Mitch and not RJ was our first re-signed draft pick since 1999. Yeah, I think they was referring to the re-signing of first round picks. It wasn't just draft picks in general. It was RJ Barrett. It was first round pick
since Charlie Ward.
That's what he's getting at.
But look at the money. But look at the money that Randall and RJ took. They agents said, look, you better take it. Look, they both then Leon Rose
we're looking.
Showing what talent is. He's showing the NBA like, yo, y'all over there tripping. RJ got his money, and that money is like a baby bag. Randall got a baby bag after MVP season. But look,
Randall wasn't MVP.
But look,
you mean All-Star. You mean All-Star.
Hey, look, they get these players getting $60 million. We screaming on 25 like we supposed to win the championship. These players right now, Leon Rose is giving these players, when you play us $60 million, that's when you're in championship mode. LeBron got $60 million. Damon got $60 million. Steph Curry and them is getting that money. That's championship basketball. If we're not paying the player that money, why are we complaining about who's on the team? It's all about development.
You know what?
Bro, hold on.
That's a good point.
Coach, let me get him.
I'll give you that.
Because to your point, bro, like that's the point. Like the 60 million is blasphemy to even give anybody that money, because those guys are superstars, bro. That's why. And like your point is not
the front office is doing a good job valuing who they have then, because of the salaries we're giving our players.
That's terrible. If we're settling at the end of the day,
are we overpaying? Are we overpaying for anybody on our team right now?
If you settle, if I'm RJ, I would have bet it on myself. I can't. Hold on.
Question. Are we overpaying? It's a yes or no question. Are we overpaying for anybody on our team right now?
No. But to a valid point, like that, I was saying, they're still settling. That's the point. To your point, no, we're not overpaying.
Who's out there?
But exactly. But that's the point. If players are settling, that's terrible, because I would have bet on myself. If I'm RJ, I would have bet on myself. Hold on, OG. If I'm RJ, I would have bet it on myself, because of course he thought he was worth that 190 back. And I've been telling everybody on the panel that was the holdup for the trade. Everybody keeps saying, hold on, bro. Hold on, OG. Hold on. I'll let you go. OG.
One at a time, guys. Let them go.
Yeah, let me talk. So basically, that was my point. That was my point when everybody was saying I'm an RJ hater. No, it was the obvious. That was the whole point of them not extending him yet, because they knew he was not worth the max, and he was also a valuable trade in the Donovan Mitchell trade. And y'all always was saying, like, no, y'all want to hear him to pair with him. No, he was always in trade negotiation. That was the hesitation right there. So that was my whole point. I would have betted on myself by him settling.
Shaka, you already said that like 4 times, bro. We got you. You would have bet on yourself. If you was RJ, you would have bet on yourself, right? But here's the thing, though.
But he doesn't pick his price.
But here's the thing with your point, though, that I want to get to. So why is this just an RJ thing with you?
No, I'm not. No. I was just saying for the money wise. I was see that's why I feel like I'm attacking him. I just was saying like the Mac, like
no. I'm talking about the point. I'm talking about the point that you made. The point that you made is that RJ should have bet on himself, but he didn't. He got his money. So what's the point that you're making about RJ Barrett?
I wasn't making a point. I wasn't even going into making a point about him. I was just focused on the money.
That's what I'm getting at. Like,
in my eyes, by agreeing to this contract, he is betting on himself because technically he's only guaranteed 107. And if he hits his bonuses, which is making All-Star and all that stuff, that's believing in himself.
You think he's gonna do it?
I hope he do it. I'm not backing. I'm a Knicks.
Hey, hold on. So let King and G get some. Just real quick. Let's pass this mic. All right, go ahead,
the backbone to my point, right? And I really want to make this clear because I wanted to make it clear that Coach is not making bad points. I understand his perspective.
Right.
The backbone of my point is, Coach, and in the scenario you bring up, right? I find so let me first start by admitting that I was wrong. I thought that our young talent was more valued than what Danny Ainge showed us.
Okay.
Right? So what that shows me is that the only way we can upgrade this version of this team is by spending too much. Right? So in order for us to be able to upgrade to a championship level, we have to have a star level player here. Right, that we don't have to give up to get another star. Because right now we don't have enough top end talent to make a trade that's not lopsided. We have to give up way too much at this point. Right, and I think Julius Randle being here not at his fault, but it just muddies up things for our perspective, for our clarity. And I made a statement when I said he is blocking accountability. And what I mean by that is that as long as he's here, he's gonna get blamed for everything.
Okay.
But see, Aunt Champ.
Hey, hold on. Go ahead, OG.
My fault, Freezy.
Go ahead, OG.
Look, I say this. It doesn't matter what they think about what our talent is. We New York Knicks Nation, we see our talent. Even though the rest of the world don't agree. But we always think that better talent is better than us. But this season right here, you're talking about a whole generation of players can make their bones in mob style. Freezy may know what I'm talking about. He's from Jersey. Hey, look, in mob style right now, you got to make your bones. How you going to get rid of players? Donovan Mitchell, look, how great he may have been, but it also comes down to this. We are trying to raise players, and nobody on this panel can say they know exactly where every player is going to be unless Leon Rose said who he wasn't giving up. Leon Rose, the owner of the New York Knicks, besides, Jalen said, you didn't even have RJ. Get your personal feelings out the way.
No.
RJ.
No.
RJ.
OG, you can't tell a fan. You can't tell a fan
what I'm saying,
to take their personal feelings out of anything.
Hey, look.
Fandom is a personal thing.
Hey, look. It was
fandom
RJ,
is a personal thing.
It was Obi.
OG. And so no matter what you try to say the business part of it,
only thing
and it's
I'm
not
saying,
that you don't buy.
I'm only talking about the business.
You buying Knicks merch is not a business decision.
I'm telling you, just
that's a personal decision.
Freezy,
you know for the Knicks is not a business decision.
Only thing I'm telling you right now, if RJ was in the bag, OG was in the bag for this man, and guess what? They was wrong. The God saved the New York Knicks from that trade.
Who?
It was not a right trade.
Yeah, but Rob, that's my point, Rob. Rob, that's my point. So you said it doesn't matter how everybody else use our talent, and that's just wrong, right? Because you can't make a trade by yourself.
Right.
You need somebody else to value your talent in order to make a trade.
We didn't put nobody in the bag. We say, okay, I think this will happen, AG. I think that. I think that Danny Ainge asked for something earlier. He said, yo, I'll give you that. But when you came back to the negotiation, I didn't give you that. They just trying to make New York look weak. And what Leon Rose is doing is right. We still got all the picks.
Okay.
We did make the trade. We still wins in place. I don't care who was in the field.
I saw Danny Ainge turn down RJ, Obi, and Mitch and accept Lauri Markkanen, a guy who's never played a minute of NBA basketball, and Colin Sexton on an extension.
So why you mad?
Danny Ainge thought that was a better package.
No,
than
with
RJ,
Danny Ainge
Obi,
was
and Mitch.
this here. He's seen his
He turned down 2 picks. What he turned down?
You're wrong.
And OG, you got to pass that mic though. Let me get some of this microphone. Greeny, yo, people everywhere gather around, checking out the sound. It's Greeny from LI in the building. What's good?
Taking over.
Mr. Athlete, what's good?
What's good?
We taking over.
What's good, OG? How y'all doing? What's good, King NG, People's Champ?
What up, bro?
Big coach in the building. What's good? How y'all doing?
Coach.
Good,
I bet you Coach will run a 4.6 right now barefoot.
I run a 4.6 in the refrigerator.
I would pay easy and coaching a race. I want to see it.
I'm gonna take me a nap halfway, bro.
It would be the last race, bro.
The last one, the last of the Mohican.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The last time I straight out sprinted was about 6 years ago. I raced one of my 12-year-old phenoms on the football team, on what a youth team I was coaching.
Right.
And we tied, but my Achilles have been hurt ever since.
Yeah, man. I will smoke a whole pack of Newports halfway through that race. I don't even smoke. I don't smoke nothing.
Slow and steady wins the race, man.
Yeah,
we tied and I died.
Yeah, man. Oh boy, there go Rivera. Rivera in the building. Okay.
Squad is here. You know the squad popping out late night.
You might want to change the title of the show, Freeze. New school.
So to put a little. No, Freeze, go ahead and rock now. It was your turn, by the way. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna clarify some stuff. So first of all, you can't tell a fan of anything to not have it be personal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because that's what being a fan is.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a Green Bay Packer season ticket holder. I'm not vested, financially here.
Right. Yeah, man. I just wanted to clear up a few things. Your Shot Smoke disappeared. Shot Smoke always disappeared when he create the smoke. Shot Smoke, I know you out there listening, bro. Come on back. He probably put that phone. Shot Smoke
with King NG.
Nah. He gotta put that phone on the charger because StreamYard will sap your phone, bro.
Oh yeah, mine's plugged in right now.
Yeah, you gotta put that phone on the charger. And to be honest with you, I wish a dude named Rivera would show up in here talking trash. Oh, God dog it.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rivera.
Y'all outnumbered.
That's
Rivera's music. My God.
I'm in the dark too. With the candles lit.
So Freezy, you're really good at this. Just give Greeny because we did sway away, and then when OG came in, it kind of pivoted a little bit. Can you get us back on course with the Reader's Digest version of my question?
So basically, what it is, Coach is saying, pick a direction and go. Which direction do you want to go in? You can't go halfway. It can't be hokey pokey. You put your left foot in and take your left foot out. It can't be that.
Take it all about.
Yeah. It's right now. I
gotta jump off the cliff and just hope my parachute opens up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so what do you, when you mean by that? Are we talking play the kids one street or go get the star the other?
Trade Julius, Evan, and Rose is one, like, and just go all in with the youth, or fight for the play-in with the team we have right now.
Right. It's pick a timeline.
Nah.
It's pick a timeline. Do you pick RJ's timeline or Randall's timeline?
No. My little aside from King Ant's 2 options were, to me, Rose and Fournier at this moment are blocking the playing time for Grimes, IQ, and all them guys, and Cam Reddish. To me, keeping Randall for now, especially being 27 years old, I think he still has something to prove with a good point guard. So, and it's just him and Obi at the 4 right now. So, to me, minutes-wise, we could figure that out. So, my 2 options were that or go all in with kids, no matter what.
And I don't think the front office has any direction.
I want to go all in on the kids, bro. Like, I'm tired of us. Like, get these vets out of here. Like, unless they're about to get coaches,
but how you?
But be mentors.
Greeny,
because
how you gonna
then we. All right. The only reason why I'm like that is because.
But no, I'm not
talking. Never-ending cycle.
But Greeny, what I'm saying is I don't. What I'm saying is as far as your opinion go, bro, express your opinion. I don't care. I don't judge people's opinion, bro. I think you're a smart dude. I think you're sharp. But what I'm saying is,
never-ending cycle from what I've seen.
Is that fair to Brunson?
So you got to think about practicality. You have to meet the NBA salary floor. You just can't get rid of dudes and not meet the NBA salary floor. So if you say get rid of these vets, what are you going to replace a salary with?
I'm not saying necessarily get rid of them. But we gotta. What'd you say, Aaron?
No, I was saying with bench players that back you up, go get a Jay Crowder that backs up Obi Toppin. I'm cool with that, but I want Obi Toppin. I pick Obi.
You breaking up, man. You in and out. I don't know why.
Yeah, you breaking up.
What about now? I'm good.
You good. You good.
Oh, nah. I was saying you got to trade one of Obi and Randall. You can't go into the season with both of them. That's nonsensical in my opinion. You got to pick one.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's a never-ending cycle. Because all right, look, once
I don't know how many NBA teams just use one power forward though.
How many NBA teams have their number 8 pick on the bench for their whole tenure?
Yeah, unless he a bust.
Yeah.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Well, you don't know if he a bust or not if he's not playing 30 minutes. You don't really know.
I don't know. There's a lot of guys that show a lot they can do, and
I mean,
less time.
We knew he was a bust after.
Yo, and what's up with the etiquette now? If you catch it, Dre
and
Rivera,
Dre.
They don't even say what up. They don't salute.
They don't say nothing. They don't salute the chat. They coming
in swinging.
Because I said salute to my brothers. I said, yo, coach was good. Like,
yeah.
My fault. My hate for Kevin Knox made me lose all respect for the panel. My hate for Kevin Knox made me do that. My fault. Peace to the panel. What up, Coach? What up, Ant? What up, Freeze?
What up, Dre?
I ain't gonna lie, Dre. I love that picture you got. That joint is so funny, bro.
It exemplifies
that side eye to Julius.
It exemplifies how I feel about Julius, and probably how RJ feels about him too.
Right.
All I can see is that
if I was RJ, I
Julius need to braid or comb.
Well, if I was RJ, I wouldn't even have signed that contract. I'd be on something like, y'all wanted to trade me? That's your word? All right,
ain't nobody else gonna give him that money though.
But it don't matter about the money. It's the fact that if I'm supposed to be our cornerstone, you putting me in that trade package, and then now want to offer me a secondhand contract. Like, cause that contract was secondhand. Like, y'all really wasn't trying to give me that. Y'all only did that because y'all couldn't.
That was the cold water. That was the cold water this offseason. Like, we really found out that Leon and them don't believe in RJ. That was some cold water.
Or Obi.
Yeah.
For most of the guys.
My thing is, how do we offer RJ before we signed Mitchell. It was the like Ant said, RJ, Obi, and Mitch, and 3 first rounds, right? Y'all declined that, but then 2 months later, you say you want RJ Barrett in a deal.
But Green, hey, let me say, hey, Soulfinger, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's happening, Freeze? What's happening, fellas?
Soulfinger, I've been depressed all week, bro. You know, I had like the personal. I got a funeral in the morning to go to. I've been depressed,
Yeah.
and then in my head all week is this song that's been in my head. I'm on that good cushion alcohol.
I'm
you ever
on
heard
that good cushion
alcohol. That's been in my head all week.
That's my beat. Yeah, that's
that
Lil Wayne.
Long as my music love me. Why that song in your head?
I don't know.
I
don't know, because I don't even smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't even smoke, man. You know, the song just in my head for some reason, man. I just decided to tell Soulfinger that Soulfinger is my half brother. Soulfinger is the brother that got all the good looks and money, and I got the street smarts part.
Oh no, I leave that to you.
And the body.
Hey,
you got the body.
So Soulfinger got the body part. Soulfinger got everything, man. They left me with nothing.
Man, look, I'm trying to be like I'm trying to be like you, Freezer, because you know your pocket's so fat they got the mumps.
Soulfinger pocket so fat they got suspenders on them.
Y'all talking about suspenders and all that. That sounds like old school Knicks to me, man.
Yeah.
First of all,
new school Knicks.
Having the mumps in 2022 is crazy. That's crazy.
Man, come on.
Some anti-vaxxers, bro. You doing that stuff.
Yeah. New school Knicks just be taking over, bro. I feel like I'm
taking
over.
I mean,
what's the age cutoff?
Yeah, you can let them think that. You can think that all you want.
It said we taking over.
How old are you, Dre?
I'm 30, man.
Oh, you down, bro?
Oh, you down? Yeah, I'm older than you. I'm older than you, bro.
I'll let y'all young cats think all that.
For real.
Then I have to pull a George Foreman on you.
Man, go sell some grills, coach.
Guess who's back?
Coach, you know, I'm too smart to fight him. What I do is I walk into a crowd of young people and just pass gas and walk off.
Yeah, that's it.
Freezy's an Italian.
And then offer him a peppermint. Hey, you want some candy?
I'll wait till y'all sleep. I'll wait till y'all go to sleep. I know y'all like to sleep.
Freezy an instigator, because what Freezy do after old school, Knicks, Freezy.
I got an 18-year-old son, boy.
Yeah, we gotta watch out. We got a big target.
Yeah,
in the back room. We be like, I go watch old school Knicks. I'm like, yo, what did we say? Nigga got hyped up for us. I'm like, yo,
I was just doing shots. We do the
meet and greet. We gonna have to get a whole different hotel.
When the hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Us OGs, we come from a time where we had to earn our booty. Okay. Y'all get it handed to you, bro.
Yo, I be on them new school Knicks dudes.
They be giving it out.
That's why y'all best point guard was Pablo Prigioni. They best point guard was Alexei Spread.
Nah, it was Marbury. You was 10, bro. You was 10 years old.
Come on, Ray Felton.
14. I was 14.
Ray Felton circa 2010 wasn't too bad, yo.
That's true. That's true.
He was fast, but he got it done.
The worst ever was Chris Duhon.
He got the record, right? He got the record for us.
Yeah, but that's y'all GOAT though. He on y'all Mount Rushmore.
Nah, Melo.
Chris Duhon is on y'all Mount Rushmore.
Landry Fields.
You know, hey, coach, you name the new school. Name the new school Mount Rushmore. Name 4 great Knicks that go on the new school Mount Rushmore. And look, I'm gonna start laughing, bro, and I'm not laughing at you. I promise.
I mean, does Melo count?
Y'all got like 60 years on us.
Yeah, we ain't even trying to fight with y'all.
Y'all was watching basketball.
It's like we waving the white flag.
Well, we be giving it up to y'all.
Y'all can go back to Dave DeBusschere. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh wow, Dave DeBusschere.
I don't know if y'all remember a movie called Close Encounters of the Third Kind or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, when man was making mountains out of potatoes.
You know that
That sound
yeah.
like an old school movie.
That's the new school Mount Rushmore. That mountain of potatoes from that movie.
That's like bragging to a baby that you took more steps than him. Like, come on, bro. That's like bragging to a baby that you took more steps than him. Like, this is not a fair argument.
No, I'm just saying.
We know we
New
lost.
school Knicks, y'all best center is Mitchell Robinson.
We more loyal than y'all though, because
I mean, Tyson Chandler. I'll give Tyson Chandler some props. He was pretty
Tyson.
Hey, I gotta say this. And who said that y'all were more loyal?
Yeah, we became fans when we stunk real bad. Some old school Knicks fans. Some old school.
Well, y'all didn't have a choice. You came in with that.
Some old school Knicks fans was early bandwagoners.
Yeah, that's because y'all, but champ, that's because y'all jinxed us though, bro. As soon as y'all show up, we stop winning.
Don't blame that on us. You blame that on James Dolan. He took over in 1999. That's the last.
As soon as we became fathers,
James Dolan's fault.
Any Knicks fan in their 40s is a bandwagoner.
What?
Yo, champ.
I liked him before we got Ewing, bro.
I'm waging war.
Yeah, bro. My favorite player was Clyde Frazier, bro. I used to write Clyde Frazier on my t-shirts.
You had Clyde to root for.
Yes, right. Because I was a good luck charm, bro.
I started rooting for the Knicks when Bill Cartwright was our best player.
Them.
Okay, so if you think
young
that's
core.
I've never even seen a picture of Bill Cartwright, and I don't want to.
No, you don't remember this?
Bill Cartwright. Hey,
remember this free throw?
Hey, coach. Bill Cartwright had one of the smoothest shots you will ever see. Huh?
He shot like this.
You know what he didn't have? Bill Cartwright wearing medium Knicks shorts. I'm still scarred to this day, bro. I'm still scarred, bro. You 7'2", and your shorts is like one jump shot away from being R-rated, bro.
His legs were 6'10".
Yes.
Yeah, man.
His torso was like this, bro.
Yeah. He was rocking them mediums, bro. You were scared he gonna jump and you gonna see prunes come.
Homeboy was smuggling berries.
Yes.
We were like, he had on briefs.
He had some boxer briefs on.
He wonder why they was.
Let me get the big briefs so I can move quicker on the court.
They were them fruity blueies.
Somebody in the chat said that the Young Bucks are the real bandwagons. How can we be a bandwagon?
I'm gonna put it like this.
Terrible.
Look, I gotta give you Young Cats your props because some of you don't even remember when the Knicks were winning, when they were you were born when we were
competitive.
I became a Knicks fan in 03, 04.
Yeah,
so you can never call me a bandwagon.
I give y'all props. You were born in Pooh and you decided to stay in Pooh. Congratulations, bro. You have my respect.
Nate Robinson was my best player. Nate Robinson was my favorite player in my childhood. That's all you need to know.
You gotta think about it. For those of us that stuck around after we, for all the losing after we.
Am I a bandwagoner if I picked up the Knicks in '98?
Oh, Dre. Shit.
I mean, if that's when you were at the age, you just fell into it.
That's the age I understood what was actually going on.
Man, y'all should have seen how excited I was when I seen Marbury hit that free-roll game winner against
and run out the court against the Jazz.
Yeah, I was so excited. That we won.
That ain't nothing. That was just a game.
I know. That's all I had to root for.
Hey man, I cried tears when the Pacers beat the Knicks in 2000.
Oh, when they hit that 0.1 second shot.
I cried real tears.
Remember when Steve Francis hit the game winner that stood on the table?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And Jalen Rose and them was on the bench hurt.
Yeah.
Our best moments back then was Jamal Crawford hitting that three in Denver. In Denver.
Oh my gosh. That was crazy.
You see, the bad thing, I missed a lot of games on account of deployment. I couldn't get it on AFARTs. When you're sitting out in that water, sitting up in that desert, you can't get a lot of stuff. So you're trying to get on, man. I was on the internet. And the internet on the ship would move real slow and freeze. You can't get stuff, or you got you blocked out. So I got to send emails. Hey, what's the score for the game? What the Knicks looking like?
Oh my god!
You know what? I'm gonna give y'all a
radio feed. Could at least
I'm gonna give y'all
ain't no radio when you way out in that water, and the closest land you got is straight down.
Oh,
down.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a present this year, okay? The New York Knicks have literally their journey has gone right along with my personal like fandom journey, okay? Like when I started liking the Knicks, I was like a little 6-7-year-old, 8-9-year-old something.
What year was this?
I started like 84. I'm 47 years old. I was born in 75. So by 83, 84, not 82, 83, around there, I started rooting for the Knicks. So I was a young little jit, and all of a sudden we drafted Ewing. I'm a Knicks fan. Patrick Ewing's my favorite. He's the best player on my favorite team. So he's my favorite player, So I stuck with him. So all of a sudden I'm getting older. I'm getting kind of sexy. I'm getting to be a studly young man. I'm a football player, a star. I was an athlete. I could dunk. I could do everything. I was the man. The Knicks were, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. We were getting close to beating Jordan. We were like, everyone was scared of us. Everyone was scared of me. Like all of a sudden, like I was
I'm still.
I could take off my shirt and women would be like, "Hey, how you?" I don't even have to say nothing. I'd be like, "How you doing?" So I didn't have to have as much game, But then all of a sudden, I got married. Things were going pretty good, But that's right. The Knicks started. That's when the 2000 Knicks were around 99.
Yeah.
We were still rocking a little bit, but I lost a little mojo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I started getting the dad bod. Started getting chubby. All of a sudden,
like the dad bod now.
All of a sudden, the Knicks start falling apart, and all of a sudden, I start falling apart. Now I'm rock bottom right now, just like the Knicks.
That's back in them days when you walk out in your drawers and Timbs and take the trash out.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, I've done it.
Ain't nobody in here, boy.
Yo, drawers and Timbs is nasty.
No 60s babies in here. So no 60s babies in here.
Absolutely not.
Nah, I'm the closest one you got. I'm closer to you, Freeze.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're a 60s baby, you probably in bed right now.
I'm not jacking no era where they shot free throws.
I'm 6 foot tall.
I'm not jacking no era where they shot free throws off 1 foot or shot free throws underhanded. I'm just not jacking.
So anyway, so my present to y'all is this.
You want to come back?
I got a membership to Planet Fitness. I'm bringing sexy back. I'm gonna get back into it. I got 4 to 6 weeks to make this a habit again. Just in time for training camp to kind of start.
Yeah, you got 1 month.
Things to get going, and then when I'm gonna start bringing sexy back, the Knicks are gonna start winning. I know it.
I was confused. I was like, how was that a gift to us?
Yeah, I know.
How was that a gift to us? I was about to pause.
Flag on the play.
Hey, that's a red card.
Yeah.
Throw the red flags.
You remember that song, Backfield Emotion? Remember Backfield Emotion? Yeah. I was gonna say,
there go them old school Knicks again.
There they go. There they go with the 1972.
Yeah. Hey, I adapt to the times. I still rock with some of the new stuff. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted.
I'll tell you one thing though. When that electric slide come on though, I'm on there. I'm on the floor though.
Hey, look. That's when I see all the youngsters get out there and do that electric slide. I'm too busy. I used to when the electric slide came out. I'm too busy I was double fisted half the time. So I watch everybody else do electric slide.
Hey, my sisters are older than me. They shamed me into learning the electric slide.
Yep.
They had to beat me.
I had that extra spin in there. I still go get that going.
Your coach definitely invited to the cookout.
From down south, I definitely had to know that.
Man, Coach gonna be on the grill. What you mean? Coach gonna be on the grill.
That's right.
He got that grill. If you don't kick the leg up and smack the floor that hard, you better sit down.
Yeah, and you gotta do that arm pop.
Yeah.
You gotta do
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yo, what?
You gotta
yo,
kick
yo,
your
what
leg
is
out
this
and pull up
show,
your
yo?
shirt real smooth too.
What did this show turn into?
As long as y'all don't do, as long as I don't see y'all doing the wobble, bro, I better not never.
Nah, I'm not.
I better not never. I better not. I'm straight up truck sticking the first grown man I see do the wobble, bro. I'm straight up doing the truck stick.
You saw, so
I just can't get down to get in there.
Were you down in Louisiana at the time?
Who, me?
Were you down in the boot when you saw him doing the wobble down that way?
Bro, I ain't never seen, bro.
I do the cha-cha slide before the wobble.
If I see a grown man do the wobble, bro,
Cupid
if I
Shuffle's
can't
pretty
beat
cool.
him,
I
I
like
just
that
leave.
one.
No, I'm just talking about when you were stationed down at Fort Polk.
Yeah, man.
And them little, you had those little, what they call them juke joints, the hole in the wall spots.
Hole in the wall.
Oh my God, y'all wilding. Y'all must have had hair perm.
Nah, bro. Hey, I come from the time where there was a dance circle and you had to show out in the middle. That was your chance. That was part of your game. You had to break it down. You had to do a little dance routine with your friend, like the Kid and Play.
I mean, they did that.
You know what I'm saying?
They did that when I was growing up too. Just called
Coach, y'all talking.
Yeah, that's a fact. I was just about to say that.
Talking and grown. I be saying grown.
We laid that foundation for y'all.
I be seeing grown men dyeing their dreads rainbow colors. You trying to play me? And you trying to play me about my curly kid?
Hey, yo, Freeze, you gotta chill. That's like I don't think 30-year-olds is doing that, Freeze.
Yeah, facts. I'm definitely not doing
that. You gotta relax, man. You know what Prince was wearing
jeans. They walk around wearing their jeans 4 size too small.
I was wearing them jeans 4 size too big.
Those the kids that became Knicks fans during Knicks tape. They still too.
You know what's crazy? Because y'all be talking about us. Look at the odds.
They came here with Melo. They came with Melo.
Hey, Champ said no. That was them.
Yeah. Nah. They came with Melo.
That's not us. That's them dudes over there.
That man said that's the mumble rapper Knicks fans.
Yeah, like that's the new school Knicks fans.
So that's a special category, right?
That's the virtual learning school Knicks fans. That's
wow, they don't even go to school.
Nah, that's not
17 and under.
Wow.
Yeah, like Champ said, that's them Carmelo Anthony, Julius Randle Knicks fans.
Wow.
Yeah, that's them fans. That's them fans that think the Saurus is a dinosaur.
Wow.
Hey, Freeze, you remember Handyman off Living Color?
How you living? What?
You remember the Handyman off Living Color?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying, those kind of fans.
Yeah.
So y'all had in Living Color, we had all that. So like
I remember them.
Y'all walked to
y'all shouldn't have had all that. Y'all probably had what's the
or before that we had
the Nick Cannon joint.
Wild Out.
Yeah, y'all should have Wild Out.
Yeah, Wild Out, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, but all that
the original Wild Out before it came back.
We need to get Homie the Clown up in here for some of these people.
Now, Wild Out.
I'm gonna tell you,
We was teenagers by that time.
Got through many performances.
And
I don't think so.
He said he'll wobble before he electric stuff. Nick G, you better never let me see you try to never let me see you trying to do no
come
that
on.
was Nick G that said that?
Come on, Nick G, don't do that.
A Blorange Tears cookout is due, and I want to see who get up when the wobble come on.
Oh,
that's gonna be weak now.
I mean,
already heard.
If I get a couple of thick booty honeys going like this, I'll go up there, but I ain't gonna go up there on my own.
I'll probably be double fisted, so that's my thing.
Freeze gonna hit stick somebody. They start wobbling.
Yes, across the middle.
Only way I'll do that is if my daughter asks.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
you know,
thank God I just don't have one of those.
You want to know the cats gonna get up and do the wobble. They're gonna be them cats wearing the short leisure suits with the socks up to their knees. with those sandals with the Jerusalem cruises on.
Oh, them open-toe joints?
Man, what?
Coach gonna show up with some hoochie daddy shorts on and mess the whole cookout up.
That's it. Nah.
Oh, wow.
I'm all about that casual, bro.
Yeah,
casual.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'll rock
man.
I'll rock one of them Cuban shirts. You like those ones that?
I had a brittle pad out.
Oh, you talking about the carpet?
I ain't that hairy though. I know I'm not a super hairy Italian, thank God.
he got to open up his shirt. You gonna see Central Park?
Yeah. I put the manscaping on that a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, I ain't messing around, bro. And I said all of that, man, just to say, man, Knicks fans, as Knicks fans, man, we all think about like our fandom like in different ways. And so the reason why, and for those of y'all in the chat that's like, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, they talk about all these different eras. Yeah, man, we talk about different eras. And if you understand where Knicks fans come from, like you understand new school Knicks gonna think the new school way. Old school Knicks fans like myself and Paris Duggar, Rob the Knick,
Anthony
D, yeah, all of us, we think a certain way because we've been at Soulfinger. We've been through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So the older fan you are, the longer you've been around, the more stuff you've seen. Like when people talk to me about young core, man, the first thing I want to do is jump my fat rump out of plate glass window. Because I don't see so many young cores. I don't see so many young cores come and go. I'm like, what? Y'all talking about?
We've seen this movie already.
Yeah, you talking about young core. Remember we had Landry Fields and Andy Roddick, how they were trying to pump that up.
And Jeremy Lin
God.
Clay Anthony Early.
Man, yeah, man.
You remember they would get Ronnie Torioff would get a rebound and kick it out.
Ronnie Torioff.
And don't get it twisted. We had during our peak of when we were at our best, we had young cores that were failing in the background. Right. Luckily, we had Patrick Ewing. You know,
you talking about the Greg Anthony,
Monty Williams,
Anthony Bonner,
Hubert Davis,
Hubert Davis.
Yeah, Walter McCarty, John Wallace.
That was what 96. It was 96, was it, when we drafted them? Because I remember I was stationed at Pendleton. Yeah. And I was stationed with a cat. He was from New York, and we were talking about it. I saw the draft, and I was like, okay, Walter McCarty, John Wallace, Dante Jones. We got 3. Okay, we got 3 young cats. All right, let's see what we're gonna do. Now it's still in the
strike 1, 2, and 3.
Just like Freezy said yesterday, them 3 picks should have been traded up to go get that young
Kobe.
Get Kobe. and you know what Knicks fans was saying back then? Knicks fans was like, I'm not trading those 3 first-round picks just to move up 9 spots
for a high schooler.
Well, look, hey, just think about this here. Hey, Coach Freeze. Remember we made the move and brought in Antonio McDyess?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, that didn't
remember
work.
that though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I liked him too, and I'm like, oh man.
Oh yeah, he was a monster in Denver.
His knees was done. His knees was
microfracture surgery.
Hey, and Rivera, guess what? Guess what they were saying about the young kid out of the Philadelphia high school, right? They was like, yo, you got to be mentally tough to play in New York. Ain't no 17-year-old gonna come to New York and be able to handle this thing. And you like, really? Now that you think that the Mamba mentality wouldn't have survived in New York.
Yep.
It's crazy, right?
A well-rounded young man, a worldly young man that knew how lived in Europe.
And now we got a kid that they call the Maple Mamba. Wow.
Right.
I don't understand how that makes sense when Kobe was in LA, another big market team. Like, where the media is gonna crunch you if you're not, you know what I mean, performing.
Well, see, the thing is, out here, you know, a lot of it with LA though, because you know they love the Lakers, the Clippers, you know, and believe it or not, you actually have Clipper fans out here, man. You do have Clipper fans out here in Cali.
But the thing is LA just got that love, and it's the roar of LA, La La Land. And
you can't be too mad when it's 70 degrees all the time, man.
Oh man, look, I'm telling you,
but they hit the jackpot with Jerry Buss.
Yeah, they did.
Southern Cal, hey, Southern Cal is a whole nother thing, man. I'm gonna tell you, the weather's wonderful right now down here in Dago. Out here in Dago, we dealing with a heat wave. We're gonna be in the 90s out here, but still, when you wake up and you got blue skies, you got a 70 degrees out here. I mean, hell, when it's cold out here, people, they say it's cold for us. If it's in the 60s, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? You see people putting socks on with the flip flops.
It's cold out here in New York right now.
Yeah, going swimming.
But hey, but you know, in that 96,
I'm outside right now.
In that
what you mean? It's
96
58
draft,
right
bro,
now.
It's like 58
so in that
out here where
96,
I'm at in Long Island.
Wow. It's about 70 where I'm at. But the thing about that 96 draft, man, and we had all them draft picks, man. So the Knicks would start thinking about trading up to 10, and so with our luck, the Knicks would have traded up to 10 and then took the wrong guy. Because at 10, 3 teams in a row took centers, right? Eric Dampier went to the Pacers, Todd Fuller went to the Warriors, and Vitaly Potapenko went to the Cavaliers. But
Vitaly.
Yeah, you remember Vitaly? Remember those old Cavs blue uniforms with the weird front?
Remember those?
And then right after those centers went, it was Kobe, Peja Stojakovic, Steve Nash, and then right before us at 17, we picked John Wallace at 18, right? At 17,
coming out of Syracuse.
At 17, the Portland Trail Blazers took Jermaine O'Neal. We couldn't trade up one pick to get Jermaine O'Neal.
And you know the sad thing about that, Freeze? How long did Jermaine O'Neal sit on the Jermaine O'Neal was sit no.
Yeah.
He was riding the bench.
Jermaine O'Neal sat on the bench.
He sat on the bench because he was a high schooler. So they were kind of
because before him, because you had Jermaine
Portland was
O'Neal,
loaded,
they still
man.
had. Oh yeah, Portland was.
They had Jermaine O'Neal. They had Brian Grant. They had
Little
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, and then even Zebo came out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
but the Knicks, just like today, the Knicks don't want to pay the price and they get mad when stars go other places.
Nene.
Oh yeah, I remember we drafted him and traded him. As soon as we got him, moved him on hot potato.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What are you doing?"
He would have been solid.
Yeah, I remember the Steph Curry draft. Remember the Steph Curry draft? The Knicks didn't want to trade with Golden State to move up one pick. The Knicks didn't want to give up a draft pick to move up one spot to get Steph Curry. And then Steph Curry went to Golden State instead of the Knicks drafting DeMar DeRozan.
It's always about the moves we don't make, bro. That's what kills me.
It's always about, and then we try to make up for it by trading for that player later. Like we don't trade up, we don't try to get him in the draft, and then like 4 years later, we try to give the whole kit and caboodle for that player.
It's like leasing the car, a lease to own. That's how it reminds you. You watching them play for another team. So, okay, I think I want to get this car now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just jumping on it with both.
They drafted Jordan Hill.
It's like them dudes that want that clout for rocking a Mercedes, but it's like a 98 Mercedes.
No, it's more like an 88.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, man.
When that thing is brand new, you got the clout, but now I just saw that thing in Auto Trader for $2,500.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's weird, man. You know what I'm saying?
For the younger cats that hadn't seen all the day, we seeing it, but seeing all the when we were winning in a contender, and then you come in, and since you've been a Knicks fan for some of them, like what Aunt G what King Aunt G was saying, I felt bad. He's like, damn, 03. I was like, damn. That's I got to give you your props, but you hear us talk about them 90s, the highlight of the heyday of those 90s, man. Those 90s teams were rocking to come to this, and we went from sugar to the other stuff. I ain't going sugar to ish. I had to put my brain
sugar honey iced tea.
No sugar honey iced tea in that. Somebody threw the turd in the punch bowl and ran out the back door.
Yeah, man, we messed around in that Steph Curry draft. We messed around and drafted Jordan Hill, and then the dude right behind us. Then Toronto ran to the podium. And drafted DeMar DeRozan.
Man, look, they didn't run to they phased over to that thing. I ain't never seen the team move that fast in my life.
Yeah. And then after him, then it was Brandon Jennings. And then you got names like Gerald Henderson, James Johnson, Drew Holiday, Ty Lawson, Jeff Teague.
And we were still hurting for it. And you know the sad thing about it, we were still hurting for a point guard all them years. Even going back to even talking about when Steve Nash got drafted. And we were still hurting for a point guard.
Yeah. Yeah. And and Taj Gibson went at Wayne Ellington. Tony Douglas.
Tony
Douglas.
The wild part about it, like every other draft, a point guard wants to come to the Knicks, or like they angle themselves to talk about it, and we never take them.
You're right.
Brandon Jennings was like begging to come.
I remember he wanted to come to New York. I remember that he did want to come to New York when he went in the draft, and we didn't draft him, and he made us pay each time.
Yeah.
Or we already have Mark Jackson and Rod Strickland, and we bring in Mo.
Coach, don't even go there, Coach.
And we bring in Mo Cheeks for some reason.
Oh, Coach, what you got to do?
And start taking away Mark Jackson's minutes, and then Rod Strickland leaves.
And then you see, then Mark Jackson winds up in Indiana, and every time he played it, he busts our head to the white.
Yeah.
And Tony Douglas had football brothers. Like they have
Harry Douglas.
We had the brother with no talent.
So when us OG guys talk, and it's not that it doesn't make us bigger or more rabid, or better Knicks fans than y'all at all.
We just been abused longer. That's all.
We're no more we're no more passionate than y'all. You know, I respect y'all's love for the Knicks as much as I respect Freezies and Soulfingers, but just know there's a lot of mileage and hurt like that we've been through that y'all would never know like to get to this point. It's like the snowball effect.
Yep, like Jordan 96. We could have legit had Michael Jordan, right? And was willing to overpay him.
Well, what about Dominique Freeze? We almost had Dominique.
Yeah, almost had Dominique. We almost had Dominique 2 times. We almost had Dominique in 89
Game 7 hurt. I know that Game 7 hurt.
You know what movie that it's a scene, one movie scene that kind of sums up going through the pain of being a Knicks fan. Glory. Remember when Denzel was looking for shoes?
Oh yeah. that movie gets me every time, bro.
But what I'm saying is, you seen that one tear, you don't fall out and cry. You just got that silent cry, that one tear, just being
all on the inside.
That's that Blorange tear. That Blorange tear when Denzel looks to the side and bites his lip.
Yeah,
and that thing comes down. That's how I felt when I saw Charles Smith just miss 3 layups.
And
putbacks.
But the funny thing about it is in '94 when we lost Game 7, it wasn't like we thought it was the end of the world. Michael Jordan was retired and wasn't coming back.
Yeah,
we felt like we were that team.
That's our time.
Yeah, it's our time. We we lost, but we'll be back next year. But then Jordan comes back at the end of the next season.
And like I said,
Pat Ewing miss a finger roll against the back iron.
Yeah.
And then 96 Pat Ewing get hurt. And then it's like all this stuff snowball. And then
the Charlie Ward incident when he got dropped on his head and the fight cleared out. And that was
the whole bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but but y'all, I gotta run because I gotta go to a funeral in a few hours, man.
With Jeff Van Gundy holding on to that ankle.
Yeah, man. I gotta get out. So I don't know how much airtime I'm gonna be able to do today because we got stuff going on in the family. So I'll just text the powers that be when I'm free, and then maybe we can put something together. We do have one open space in the football league that we need to account for, and hopefully we can do hopefully we can do the draft tomorrow night, maybe around this time tomorrow night. So Coach, if you who's next? He gonna be in charge of the football league. Him and Greeny is doing all the stuff. So just reach out to them on social media if you're interested in that last spot. I'm gonna get out of here so I can get some sleep, so I can go hang out with my people in a few hours. Thank y'all everybody for coming through.
Hey, Freeze, I just want to say on behalf of all the Blorange people, man, the Blorange fam, I wish you blessings for you and your family, and our condolences and much love to you for that. The fact that you can still rock with us like this during these tough times just shows your love and passion for what you do and how much you care about us in this group.
Yeah, man.
So whatever love we can put out in the universe for you, I here's to you, my friend.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna go put some clothes on because I look like an idiot. All right, y'all.
All right, be easy, fellas.
All right,
prison